It says live.
You never know, do you? You never know when it's actually going to kick off. You're there going up, and then actually it just kicks in later than you think. There you go. Happy healthy eating week. Are you being healthy?
Good after. Well, I just had a cheese and ham toasty. So does that count?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll have a banana now to counteract. It'll be fine.
Only 5 a day. There you go. Good stuff. Right. Well, good to see everybody here. Thank you very much for joining. It's Healthy Eating Week, and we are going to be doing a couple of healthy eating challenges. Should we just get on with the rules straight away?
Yeah, I think so. I think there they are.
Yeah.
So rule number 1, guys, is if we're going too fast, then you are welcome to pause the live stream, okay? And then just continue playing it whenever it suits your class. Now, bearing that in mind, we are actually doing this on the browser and the iPad. So I'm going to be completing the first challenge on the browser. So if you're on a Chromebook, a laptop, or a Mac, or a PC, something like that, you're going to be following along with my screen. And then we're going to be passing over to Dom, who's going to be doing exactly the same thing or similar on the iPad. So that's going to build in a little bit of extra time for you if you do feel like we're going a bit too fast. Okay, rule number 2, Mr. Trainer.
Yes. So after this session, we will send an email out to your teacher asking whether you completed your challenges or not. That means that you can get your swag if you do. So get working hard. And we claim free swag. And leading on from that, Mr. Jones.
Well, now then, there's free swag for everybody who completes at least one of the challenges, but if you take the skills that you learn in these sessions, maybe not this session, maybe a previous session, but if you take any of the skills that you learn with us on these sessions and then go and teach them to another class or another group of students who haven't been on our sessions, or maybe a member of staff from the school who's a bit nervous of using Adobe Express, then that, my friends, makes you Adobe leaders.
Yeah.
And what do Adobe leaders get, Dom?
Well, do you know what? Actually, as luck would have it, there's been a bit of a shift around the swag. Some of the you'll just have to work it. You'll just have to get your swag order in to work out what's going on. But I did speak to the swag man yesterday, and we've actually bumped down one of the VIP swag deals into the number 2 claim your swags.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because some swag has been so overwhelmingly popular that it's actually not there anymore. So we're actually some of the better swag is in the first category. So that's good. Get your swag orders in. That's the main thing.
So what's the VIP? What's the VIP swag now then? A car? Oh, what's it?
It's a free helicopter ride around your school. It's not, by the way. Don't quote me on that one.
Cool.
Yeah, challenge page. It's on the scrolly.
Yeah, it's on the scrolly there, guys. Okay, you'll need the challenge page. So if you are following on my screen, you'll probably need to open another tab next door to Adobe Express and go to the challenge page, which is this. If you can't see the scrolly, it's a bit larger there for you as well. bit.ly/expresshealthy24.
Get it up there. Get it up there.
It's there. There it is. But if you are following along with Dom's screen and you're on an iPad, then, my friends, you can scan this QR code right now. Okay, so point your device. Oh, there it is. Dom's doing it right now. Point your device at the QR code, follow the link, and it'll bring you to the challenge page.
Exactly.
Now then, remember the shout outs. That's what I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, if you are following along, give us a shout out. Staff only, please. Sometimes we get students doing shout outs, and then the comments all get a bit messy and untidy. So we can have staff members only, but we'd love to hear where you're joining us from this afternoon. So pop it in the comments, either on the StreamYard link or on the YouTube video, or I think we see comments on Dom's Twitter feed, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure about that, actually. I'm not
sure about that. Not sure about that. So get your comments in so we can get some shout outs up on the screen. Right, should we get started?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Right, let's have a look then at challenge number 1.
It's a cracking challenge. I've really enjoyed doing this one.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, it has been fun. Yeah. So challenge number 1 is we are going to design a recipe sheet. So maybe you've been doing some recipe activities this week for Healthy Eating Week. So maybe you've got some healthy recipes that you've been looking at and learning about. So you could use one of those. But if you don't, fear not. We've got 2 healthy recipes for you by clicking on this button here. It'll open up this Google Doc right here.
Yeah.
And we've got 2 healthy recipes. We've got banana pancakes and we've got toasted pita pockets.
Yes, very nice. A tongue twister.
So you can,
so they can use other recipes if they want to. That's true, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Yeah, if you've been working on anything this week, then feel free to use whatever you want. Okay.
Yeah, and where's a good place to get some other recipes if they need them?
From BBC Good Food.
Yeah, that's a good place. That is a good place to go and get some recipes. But we'll be doing 2. We'll be doing these 2. You can follow along with us. And then if you want to do another one, I mean, what could be really cool is if you did like, you could do like a class cookbook of different ones.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Cool. But learn how to do it with these 2 if you like at the start.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so let's get started. Are you taking the banana recipe, Dom?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, and I'll take the toasted pita pockets then. Right.
Yeah, do it.
So I'm on the browser. So here I am. I'm logged into Express. Here's the Express homepage. So we're going to be creating a graphic. So I'm going to click on the big green tile in the right-hand corner, create a graphic. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to open up the all-in-one editor.
Wow.
No, isn't it? And now I'm going to start off with an image for my background, a photo for my background. So I want this to be, obviously, these are toaster pita pockets. Okay. So if I click on media on the left-hand side, and then up at the top, make sure that I'm on photos. And in search photos here, I'm just going to search for pita and see what I get. There's some interesting looking stuff here. I've got 12 results in there. It's not bad.
Not bad.
I quite like this one. I like the colors that we've got in here. So I'm going to add that into my page. Now, obviously, it's not filling my page at the moment, and I do want it to fill the page. So you could do that manually. You could kind of resize it. You could even spin it around, to try and use the correct dimensions there. But we do just have a button which says set as page background. So if I click on that, boom, it's going to fill my page. Okay. So I'm happy with that as a starting point. The last thing I'm going to do before passing over to Dom is give my project a name. So the top left-hand corner next to the Express icon, you can see it's already saving my work, but it's saving it under this crazy title, Untitled 30th of June. So I'm just going to click in there, and I'm going to rename it with a sensible name, something like Pita Pocket Recipe. Now, if that's the exact same title I gave this yesterday, it is. It'll give me an error message.
Error.
So, yeah, because you can only use the same name once. Does that make sense?
And that's a good thing, because then you'll be able to find it.
Yeah. So I'll just do pita recipe. Oh, let's get an A in.
It's Brad Pitt's favorite food.
Yeah, William Pitt the Younger recipe. Right, here we go. Right, okay, so I'm done. I'm going to pass over to Dom's screen now. There he is, the iPad.
Okay, so I've got all my Adobe Express stuff in a little folder here. You can see that one just there. I'll give it a tap, and then I'm going to use the Adobe Express app. Comes up here, that's nice. And then you can see along the top here, you've got these scrolly things here. I'm going to do a flyer. There's all sorts of different ways you could do it. You could do it as a poster. I find the poster is very long, actually. I'm going to use a flyer. And then it'll come up here. Now, you can see faint in the middle there, just about. Double tap to edit your text. I tapped it, and then I'm going to go to edit in the bottom left. I'm going to get rid of that. Then also what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my fingers. And I'm just going to zoom out on the screen a bit. I like to see the whole doc. I don't like the way it sort of chops it off at the top and the bottom. Yeah. And then I'm going to press add, bottom left there. And then I'll go to Adobe Stock. Now I'm going to do the banana pancakes recipe. So, what did I search for yesterday? Was it just pancake or?
I think it was. Yeah.
Let me do pancake banana and see what we get. Yes, very nice. I mean, I could use any of these, I guess, but that one's the best because I want it to be a tall photo. I want it to fit onto the page, so I'll do that one. Now, here's the sort of where Meredith did that, set as page background. We've got the same thing here. Just going to do pin to background. Wouldn't really matter either way, to be perfectly honest. But there you go. We're done. I don't need to rename mine because I actually can't on the iPad. So let's get back over to the master. Off we go.
All right. Okay. So this is going to be a backer image, but obviously we're going to have a lot of text on this recipe. So it's going to be really difficult to read that if we just put text on top of that. So we're going to kind of hide 2/3 of this image with a rectangle so that we've got a nice clean background to put our text on. Okay, so let's grab a rectangle. So if you want to find a rectangle, they are in shapes, which are in elements. On the left-hand menu, you can click on elements. And at the top, you'll see design assets, backgrounds. And then the third one there is shapes. Okay, now we just want a plain rectangle, first of all. So I'm just going to go for this second option here, this plain rectangle. Click on it. I'm just going to just pop it into the middle of my canvas. Now then, what I like to do when I'm resizing shapes like this is to actually kind of pop it into the top left-hand corner to start off with. Okay, and then we can use these long handles, this one on the right and this one on the bottom, to shape our rectangle in the correct way. If you start in the middle, then you've got to use all 4 handles. So if you pop it in the top left-hand corner, you can just kind of expand it across first. So you want to fill about 2/3 of the width of your canvas. And then I'm just going to expand it down like that. Okay. And we'll be able to adjust this because once we get the text on, maybe you'll see that you've got more room than you thought, and you can just show more of your photo then. But I'm going to go about there now. Right, next, I'm going to add a rounded rectangle as just a kind of frame, a nice border around my page, a nice subtle border around my page. So to get another rectangle, I'm going to go again to elements.
And just to jump in, if iPad people want to get on and just put, follow this, it's not tough. Just go to add and shapes and do what he's doing now.
Yeah, it's a really similar process then. So elements, shapes, and this time I'm going to grab this first one here, this rounded rectangle, which Dom calls a
squircle. It's the official name.
I can't take that seriously. I'm sorry. Right. So there it is. So it's there. So now I'm going to do exactly the same trick. Okay, I'm going to pop this up into the top left-hand corner. Now you do that quite carefully because you want the gap at the top to be the same as the gap at the side, if you can. Okay, so just have a look and just take a bit of time to get that lined up. And now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to use the long handle on the side and the long handle at the bottom to just expand that across. And again, I'm trying to match up that gap between the border and the edge of my canvas. And the same, I want that gap at the bottom to match up with the gap that's at the top.
You've just taken out all of your photo. What the blazes are you doing?
Panic not, Monsieur Trainer, because what it's done is this rounded rectangle, this squircle, has got a border and a fill color. Now, we only want the border. We don't want a fill color. So you can see at the left-hand side here in the properties panel for the rectangle, it says the fill is black and the border is gray. So if I click on the fill color here, you can choose this option, this white box with a slash through it, which means no fill.
Yeah.
There we are. So that's taken the fill out. So now I've just got that kind of nice rounded rectangle border around my page. Right then, I am going to pass it over to you now, Dom. There you go. Right. Take it away.
Right. So this will help you to catch up if you're on the desktop and you feel like a little bit further behind. But basically, just add in a shape. So I'm going to go to shapes at the bottom. Now, this is just for the kind of the big rectangle that we put in first. Now, it's actually put it in white. That's fine. You can change the color. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I might sort of Am I going to go for a banana-y thing? Do you know what? Blue and yellow go well together, don't they? So let's do that. Yeah, that'll do. Done. And then I'm going to move that like Meredith did before. I'll move it into the top left and then just use the little long handles. And I'll leave it about there. That looks good to me. Done.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, it actually zoomed back in. I want to see the sides, all sides of my graphic. So there we go. And then I'm going to put this border on. So here I'm going to go to add. I'll go back to shapes again. Now, I don't quite know why it only gives you the basic shapes at first. I feel like it should always give you everything. So click on more in the top right there.
Yeah, because there's plenty of room on that page to show more shapes.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, isn't it? It's a bit of an odd one. Yeah. No, I'm just looking to see that. You could actually do frames. You could put a frame in.
Oh, go for it, Tom.
I want to do that. More frames. What have we got? I mean, they're not like mega exciting, are they? But yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's go back to the squircle. I mean, I'll try this one. Let's try it. I mean, what's life for if it's not for trying?
Exactly.
And then you can change the color. Maybe I'll go, maybe for the color, I could go to like a yellow, a banana yellow, and see if that works nicely. And I'll see yeah, this is not looking too bad.
It's nice. Yeah. It's different.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a bit chunky. It's a bit chunky, but I'll keep that there. Why not? But if you didn't want to do that, you just go to add. You just go to shapes, and if you just wanted the squircle, then you go to more, and then tap that one, add one, and then like Meredith said before, you've got the fill color and you've got the border color. So maybe I'd choose the banana border color, and then done. And then for the fill color, you would have to scroll across, and you see the one right on the far left is the none, and then you can do what you want with that.
Cool.
That's done. Oh, yeah. Go on, you take over now.
All right. Okay. Right. So let's get some text on our recipe then. So I'm going to be taking the toaster pita pockets. So I'm going to add a text box. So I'm going to click on text over here, and I'm going to choose add your text there. And in here, I'm going to type toaster pita pockets. Toaster.
Toaster.
It's
lazy. Toaster.
Yeah. So I've got that. There we go. So you can then use you can use the corner handles if you want to resize, and then the side handles is if you want to push the lines around, change your line breaks. Okay. I think 3 lines would take up too much space on this design, so I'm going to keep 2 lines. Now, what I'm going to do is search for a font that makes me think of healthy food with nice, warm, toasted pita bread. So, and
you have plenty of fonts that make you think of that, don't you?
As crazy as that sounds,
fonts, I'm like, oh, that's my warm, healthy, toasty font.
As crazy as it sounds, when you say that and then go searching for fonts, you will find a font that makes you think of healthy food and warm, toasted pita. There we go. It's that one. There it is. It is.
What the blazes?
Yeah, there it is. It shouted out at me, pick me. So I'm happy with that. I'm more than happy with that. I think that's a great looking font, actually. I'm going to make a note of that. It's called Karl Marx, like that. Right. Now then, I don't like this huge gap between toaster pita and pockets. So I am going to change my line spacing just to tuck that up. Do I want them touching?
Oh,
maybe you do, maybe you don't. Yeah. This is just where you make your design decisions, guys. So maybe the font you've got looks great with them kind of overlapping a bit. Mine doesn't. So I'm just going to open that out a little bit like that. Great. Now then, the next step is I want the word recipe underneath here. Toaster pita pockets recipe. Now then, the best recipes are the ones that you find on an old brown yellow piece of paper tucked in the back of another recipe book, handwritten in your grandmother's writing. So those are the best ones. So we want this to look a bit handwritten. So I'm going to add another text box. I'm going to click on text again. Text, add your text. And I'm going to write the word recipe.
Did your mum make a lovely Welsh rarebit when you were growing up?
Oh, now we're talking, yes. I love that. Right. And then we would, then I want a handwritten font. Now then, you can, in here, actually just kind of use this as a search bar. So you could put in there things like thin, if you want a thin font, heavy, if you want a heavy font. So I want like handwritten font. So if I just write the word hand, it's going to show me any fonts that's got
Adobe handwriting. That looks good.
Yeah, so we've got, that's cool. But then the Adobe handwriting has actually got 3 different people's handwriting. Ernie, Frank, and Tiffany.
Wow. I mean, I'm into Tiffany's, actually.
Yeah. Well, let's do that then. So I'll use Tiffany there. There we go. So it's cool because it then looks like, somebody's scribbled this recipe down. Oh, I've just made these amazing toasted pita pockets and I need to write it down before I forget how I made it. So you could do something like this, pop it over there. You could even make this text left aligned. Oops. This text, the title left aligned.
Oh, yeah, tuck it in there. That's a good idea.
And that gives you then some space in there to, like the angle, I could do, yeah. So I'm going to mess around with this now whilst Dom shows you how to do the title on the iPad. Over to you, Dom Trainer.
Right, let's grab this. Come on. Oh, what's it doing?
Is it misbehaving?
Misbehaving sometimes, yeah. Copy. Right, so I got banana pancake. Let's go back in here. Right, add text, paste, done. Let's put it in there. This is compelling television. And then we go to align, left align, why not? Color, text, suggested, yellow. This is good stuff.
Yellow.
And then in terms of fonts, yeah, it's not quite the same wonderful experience on the iPad for looking for fonts, but it's all right. It's just to go through and see what you like, really. Ooh, that's nice. That one's nice. I'm looking for something maybe a slightly, yeah.
That shouts out banana pancakes to me.
Yeah, that is looking good to me. It's a bit curvy. We like that.
Yeah.
I want it next. No, maybe not. I think that was the one. Oh, italic bold. Harmon. You see, the problem with Harmon is that it's actually just all capital. Yeah, right. So done. Right, I've done that one.
It's a bit shouty.
Yeah, a bit shouty. Yeah, and then I'll just align that to where I want it to be. Because the reason why I've aligned it so that it does, like Maria's doing before, equal spacing everywhere. So I'm kind of making it boxing it in that space that we've got there, just inside the border, but also inside the rectangle within the border itself. So I've done that. And then I'm going to go for some more text and I'll just put recipe. Now I want it to be lowercase. So just take it and just press this one here, changes. You see your shift button there. So I'm going to take that off, recipe. Done. And then with this one, change the color. Let's go to the recommended. Oh, I've got 2 yellows actually. Don't know which one's which. They look the same. And then go to font. And now here, ooh, recipe. Oh, that one's quite cool actually. It's a bit thin though. That one's good.
Recipe is one of those words where the longer you stare at it, the more it looks as if it's spelled incorrectly.
Yeah, it's completely bananas as a word.
It's a strange word.
There we go. And then I'm using that align thing there to make sure that it just kind of peeks in at the side. Yeah, that's good. I'm into that. That works for me.
Cool.
Right. Let's go.
Let's go. Right. So next, I need 2 titles, 2 kind of subtitles, one for the ingredients and one for the instructions. So I'm going to actually duplicate this recipe text box because I like the font and I like the size as well. So I'm going to keep those the same. So I'm going to duplicate that. pop it down here. I am going to straighten it out. So I'm just going to rotate it back to 0 degrees. And then in here, I'm going to type ingredients, like that. Okay, and I'm just going to keep that. Now, you may notice I'm accidentally moving my rectangles all the time. So I'm actually going to lock these for a minute. You don't have to do this, but if you are doing the same as me, so this black rectangle, I'm just going to click on the lock. I can always unlock it later. It's no big deal. And I'm also moving.
First for live sessions that we've ever used a lock.
Oh, good. Excellent.
There you go.
And the rounded rectangle, the same. I'm just accidentally moving them all the time. And I did spend a bit of time getting those exactly where I want them. So there we go. I've just locked those 2 rectangles. Right, there's my ingredients. And I'm going to duplicate that again. And bring it down. And this is probably, my method is going to be a longer bit of text than my ingredient list. So I probably want the instructions to pretty much be bang on halfway or just above halfway. So instructions.
Cool.
There we go. And again, I'm using those pink lines just to line everything up. Shall I go one more or do you want to do that?
Yeah, go on. I'll do that.
Okay.
Alrighty.
There you are.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done?
Yeah. So I was just checking to see which one I wanted to do. I think really, I wasn't sure whether to go with the handwritten one or the banana one, but actually I think I'm going to go with the banana font. So actually just select that. Down the bottom, you can see duplicate. So I've duplicated that, drag it down. You can see it's still aligned on the left-hand side, which is good. But then I'm going to edit the text. And the first one is ingredients. There we go. Suggested is going to help in the middle there. Going to click done. And then change the size of it because you want it to be, you don't want it to be as big as your header because it's it's a subheading. So there's about right, I think. And then once I've got that one, select it, duplicate in the middle at the bottom there again. And then you bring that one down. You can see it's giving you all the fields for the alignments. That's good. And I actually think probably my so I need to change it first. Sometimes it's a bit fiddly with the iPad. There we go. Now I need to change the text. It's not ingredients, it's instructions. There you go. And I'll probably need a bit more space for instructions than I do ingredients. So I'll probably play with where this is positioned now. But right now, that's all good. Let's carry on.
Cool. All right. So, there we are. Thanks. Now then, it's time to bring in our ingredients and instructions. Now, the last time I did this, I started off, as you would expect, with the ingredients. Okay. But actually, it's the instructions that's the biggest piece of text. So it probably makes more sense to start off with that. Because then once we've kind of got that sized up, then we can just duplicate that and we'll have the same size font. Because when I started off with the ingredients first, I kind of had to guess what size font would fit for the instructions. If that doesn't make much sense to you, then it probably will once we get there now. So I'm going to go to text, add your text, and I'm going to paste my text in. There we go. That's gigantic. So just scroll back up. Now, you definitely don't want to use this kind of decorative font, this handwritten font for the instructions. Okay, it's really difficult to read that kind of font. Although that's pretty clear handwriting.
I think it's all right. But I know what you mean. You probably want something which is a bit more.
Imagine you're at the stove and there's steam and there's oil spitting at you from the frying pan. I don't know.
Music in the background.
So you need a nice clean font to keep you calm. So I am going to left align this, definitely. Do that first of all. Okay. Yeah. But I'm going to change. So I'm going to have 3 fonts basically in my design, which is pretty normal actually. You'll have a header 1, a header 2, and then you'll have a body font as well, or a paragraph font. And the paragraph font or body font is usually a really nice, easy to read font. Okay, so for that, you can use your recommendeds again. And what's good is it just puts it on it shows it as it would look on your page. So, I'm looking for one there, which is the easiest one of those to read. And for me, it's that 5th one down.
Yeah.
So just click on that.
Yeah, it's nice and chunky as well.
Yeah. And if you're not sure, you can click on more. see if there's something else there that is clearer. Okay, just try a few of them out. And for this, it's really important that it's just nice and easy to read. There we go. I'm going to go for that one, I think. Now then, with my font sorted out, I need to now sort out, how is this fitting in here? Now, I want to separate my steps as well because it's quite difficult to see what step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 is at the moment. Okay, so this is more difficult on the iPad, but I'm just going to add an empty line.
Yeah.
After each step. That's a big help. Now you can really see those. You can see those steps nice and clearly. I'm going to be adding some custom bullet points in a little bit on the left-hand side. That's why I'm leaving this gap down the left. So size-wise and spacing-wise, does that work? Yes, it does. So that's done. So now I'm going to duplicate that text, bring it up to the top where my ingredients are, copy my ingredients.
Just zoom in on where that duplicate button is, just in case people are searching for it.
Yeah, so if you got your text selected, okay, in the top left, under text here, you got the duplicate button there. Or you can right-click and choose duplicate, or you can use Control-D on your keyboard. That'll do the same thing as well. Right, now then, for the ingredients, I'm not going to add an empty line between each line. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to increase my line spacing. I'm aware that I said the line a lot of times there in that sentence. But that means that you can actually just fill that gap that you've got left at the top.
Yeah.
And there we go. I'm done. Yeah. That font is the same as this font. It's the same size. And yeah, that was definitely easier that way around, starting off with a big piece of text before doing the ingredients. Right. There you are, Dom. Go for it.
Right, let's have a go then. So in here, I've got my instructions highlighted already. Just tap there, copy, go back. Right. So what am I looking to do here? Well, press done, go to add at the bottom, go to text, paste my text in. Right. This, okay. Interesting. Right. So I'm going to align it to the left-hand side. There we go. Makes it hard work sometimes. And then I'm going to pull it down there. Now, that fits all in there, but it's not very readable. Let's go to font. Something like Montserrat. That's not bad. Yeah, actually, that one's not. I think that's all right, actually. Yeah, I mean, you can just tap them and just go through them all if you like. Do you know what? That's the best one. That's the best one by a mile. But it is all kind of going together. It is all kind of going together into one kind of like big mess. So what I might do is I might select my rectangle, the one at the back here. Might just give myself a little bit more space, making sure that we can still see that it is about banana pancakes. And that gives us a little bit more space. So I can open up my box a bit. But still, I need to do something with having a space between these lines. Now, it's not quite as good on the iPad, but let's go to edit and edit text. And all I can do here really is put my cursor at the end of a line, press return. And this is a hack, really. But if you just put like a dash in the middle there and do that after every line, it will give you a space. And like I say, it's not quite as easy on the iPad app. But there we go, press done. Now, this is obviously taken everything. It's gone too small. I mean, well, it's just gone off the bottom of the page. But we can just mess around with that until that works. That pretty much works. I'm all right with that. That's fine. Yeah, there we go. Now that that's done, that works. Now that that's done, what I might do is select that. Oops, cancel, come out of that. I want to duplicate that because like Mireda said before, you want to duplicate it. Is it me or is that only just resolving on the screen there? I'm not sure whether the connection is particularly good here. But I'm going to duplicate that.
No, we can see. Yeah, we can see fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then I'll edit text. So I've just duplicated it, and I need to go and get my ingredients now. No, I don't want that. Select there. There we go. That'll do. Do it backwards. Copy, and then go back here. And instead of all of this, I can paste my new one in. Click done. Now you've got lots more space on here. So I guess you've got the choice here of either making the font bigger, which I'm not sure that I do want to do that actually. I think you should probably try and keep them roughly the same, which is about there. But like we edited before, you can use the spacing. You can see seconds to the right spacing, and then I could increase the line spacing and just, oh, that's maximum. That'll do. Click done, and then get it in the right place. So roughly halfway down between these two. That'll do. Nice. I'm into that. That works very nicely. I mean, maybe I could play around with the color. Maybe the text color would be better if it was white. I actually think, yeah, maybe that does work actually. Color, or you could go one step further and make it banana white. So I'm going to go on my dropper tool.
I didn't know banana white was a color.
Banana white is now a color. Do the same. That one's good. I like that. Just, if Kyle was here, if Kyle, the Hitman Webster was here, he'd be like, keep all your colors the same, guys. Keep it on the same palette. And then we'd be there. Look at that. There's so much energy in that. I'm loving it.
It's lovely. It's lovely, that is. Love it.
Come on, then.
All right. Come on in. Right. So my bullet points. Here we go. So instead of normal boring bullet points, I'm going to go to icons, and you could search for pita bread or banana, or I've got tomatoes in my image there. So let's look for tomato. Tomato. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to
use this tomato here and change the color of the tomato to white. And
the tomato like this.
Right. Now, I'm going to need to zoom in here because this is a little bit fiddly. Okay. So in the top right-hand corner, you've got your zoom drop down. So let's just go to something like 75%. That'll be fine. Okay. So now you can just scroll around. Here we go. So I'm just going to resize my first bullet point, my bullet tomato. And once that's done, I'm just going to duplicate that. Okay. And bring that down. And you see the pink lines, those guidelines just helping me out. There we go. And those last three lines are actually the same one. So I don't need another bullet there. And then I'm going to do the same. Bring one down for the instruction. And another one. And another one. And another one. There we go. Okay. And now we've got some fun tomato. Oop, wrong way. We've got some fun tomato bullet points. Right. Now then, I need to think about my colors. Or Dom's been thinking about his colors as he goes along. I tend to kind of leave colors to the end. I get all the stuff laid out and then I think about colors, which maybe is a strange way to do it. But up at the top of your page, you've got this button called theme. Okay. So in there, if I was searching, if I was doing the banana one, I could search for banana in there and I'd get loads of kind of themes with banana yellow in there. Now I'm doing this and it's got these leaves and the tomato in there. So let's just look for green and red in there. There we go. And I get a load of different themes that have got different greens, different reds. And I really like this one here. Okay. So when you click on a theme, it grabs all those colors and just randomly decides where to put them on your page, on your text, on your icons, on your shapes.
Look at that.
But the best thing is, don't just leave it there, okay? There is more to this than that, guys. When you scroll back to the top of the color theme panel, you'll see this is the page theme I've chosen, but this is the important button here, the shuffle button. So if I click on that, it is going to shuffle through the colors in my theme. Now, for some reason, I know why. I didn't know it did this, Dom. Did you know this?
What has happened?
Well, because I've locked those shapes, it's not changing the colors.
Oh, that's good.
Ah,
Well, it could be good.
I've learned something. So I need to
Right, that is
unlock these
interesting.
two, because now when I was shuffling, it wasn't changing those. So I'm going to unlock this layer.
Right.
I'm going to unlock this layer. And now when I go back to my theme at the top and shuffle, no, it's sulked on me now. So I'm going to have to go into those, just change that. And you can see I've got my page theme here. Okay, so I can just grab the green from there. And then I'll click on that back rectangle. I don't want that to be black. I'd want it to be this kind of dark brown. There we go. This looks awful. Let's sort it out. Let's go for the dark green there.
It's eclectic.
And then the light green here, or the red, or the... Yeah, I'm not convinced of my theme here, Dom.
Yeah, you may switch it up.
I may need to switch up my theme.
That one was quite good. The last one, that's
Yeah.
not bad. And then change the text manually. It won't get it all right, will it?
No. So you just pick the theme that works for you color-wise, and then you're going to need to just go back in and then decide what works best for you. But once you've chosen your theme, then that color will always come up in the page theme bit here. Right. I'm getting there now. Yeah. I'm happier. I may do a little bit of fiddling around, but I'm pretty much done. Are you done on the iPad there, Dom?
I'm up for doing a little something here.
Go on, then. We're on you.
Great. Right. Let's have a look here. So I just went down a rabbit hole. This has been great. So I was thinking, well, I don't really want to be doing tiny little tomatoes and things like that, because on the iPad, that is the quickest way to lose your mind. I'm going to go to add. I'm going to go to design assets. Now, I was searching for all sorts of stuff, but if I went to illustrations, which is the second category along the top there, and then if you scroll down, there's like a food and drink category, which is cool. So I went to more, and then, I mean, it's got banana as a berry. Is banana a berry?
That
would be the first time I'd ever heard of that. But anyway, I'd go to more. And then I thought, well, actually, yeah, you might want to put some blueberries on your pancakes. So that'll be nice. I'll get some of those. And then, maybe a strawberry. And then maybe some of these funny looking things. Maybe you put some blackberries on there. So it's just thought, add 3, and add all 3 of them. And then that's cool. And then I was just thought, yeah, why not? I can size them up and then just pop them in this like kind of empty section I've got down here, just as a way of like, hey, if you want to like spice this up with other fruits and things like that, go for your life. And I thought, why not? And then there you go. That just kind of brings it to life. A little je ne sais quoi, a little zhuzh.
I just Googled something, Dom, and this is just, I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore. Okay, I just don't know what's real anymore. I just Googled, is a banana a berry, right?
And it is.
It is. But then, right, what else is a berry? Pumpkins, avocados, and cucumbers, right? Which is crazy. But then this is what just blew my mind. Blackberries, mulberries, and raspberries are not berries at all.
What are they?
Well, there it is. So what's real anymore? I don't know. Right.
Oh, I've had enough. I've had enough of this world.
Yes.
Right. There you go. That's me done. So how do I download it? I'm going to use the top right arrow down, and it's going to say preparing your file, save to camera roll, done. And then top right with the arrow going up. And then you still got the option to save the image there. So I don't know why they just don't leave it as that. Just click the other one out. But then you can copy link. It'll prepare your file, and then you will be able to send that to whoever you like. Yep. There you go, copied. It's there already. So it's time to go to Mr. Jones.
All right. Okay.
Nice.
Sorted my colors out.
Yeah.
I got the that kind of, I don't know what color you call that, coral perhaps, on my tomatoes.
Red.
And then white worked best for my font, I thought. So that's done.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, well.
So if you just want to print that off, then you've got the download button in the top right-hand corner. So if you're going to print it, then PDF is going to make more sense. If you're going to just keep it in your file somewhere, in your digital file somewhere, then PNG is kind of the best option there. Or as Dom said, you could just publish this to the internet, click on share, publish to web. That'll give you a link.
In Teams.
Yeah, anybody who clicks on that then can just see a published version of your recipe online. But we have just reached challenge 2, which is where things take a turn for the crazy.
Well, let's just quickly have a look at that on the challenge page, I think.
All right, then. So challenge 2 on the challenge page. Are you ready, guys? There it is. Okay. Oh, there it is.
Well, just to also make the point that iPad people, this is not one for you. So you can get off and either finish your challenge 1 or go and weep in the corner because we've let you down once again. But you will be doing all of this stuff with us very soon. It even says in the app, go and check out how it's going to be. So it is imminent. And we've been saying that for a long time, but it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is this challenge 2 all about then for all people who are non-iPads?
So we are going to be creating a healthy food character, like you can see in the example here. All right. And then we are going to download our healthy food character. And we are going to bring that in to Animate from Audio, which is one of the kind of mini apps within Express. And in Animate from Audio, we can just animate some lips, these big, scary red lips on this banana. And then we'll be able to use that to introduce your healthy recipe. And then we'll bring it in and we'll kind of have a multimedia recipe page, not just the flat one that we've got right now. Okay,
nice.
Sounds good.
Yes.
All right. So I'll just pop back over to Express then. Here we go. So here I am. Now then, we're not going to start a new project for this. Okay, we're going to keep all of our healthy eating stuff together because you can actually add pages to your project. If you didn't know that, maybe this is the first time you've done that. Because right now you can see we're on page 1 of 1. There is only one page, and we are on it. So we can add pages. So let's add a page. So I'm going to go to Add in the top right-hand corner of the screen. All right. And when I click on that, I've got 3 options. I can add an empty page, which is the same size, an empty page in a custom size that I decide, or I can make a copy of this page. Okay. Well, I just want an empty page, and I'll take it in the same size. So empty page, same size is fine. There we go. Right, now then, we are going to build our healthy eating character here. Now, I'm going to make mine out of stuffed pita bread, but you don't have to. You don't have to use the same. You know, if you've been doing the banana pancake, you could still have an apple animating. You know, you don't have to stick to the same food stuff. So I'm gonna find a rolled up stuffed pita bread. And I did see one earlier on. So under media, you could also look under elements here. Okay. You could even do text to image and produce your own character if you wanted using AI. That would be fun. So I'm going to go in photos. I'm going to search for pita again. All right.
Oh, I'm actually bristling with excitement about this one.
So I think this rolled up pita bread, it doesn't look like much right now, but I think we're going to be able to turn that into a funky looking character. So I'm going to bring that image in. Right, now we will be at some point removing the background here. Okay, so let's just set it to a really strong background color, which isn't any of the colors you want to keep. So maybe some of you have done some green screen in school, and you know what happens if you wear a green jumper on a green screen? What your top half disappears and you're a floating head
for all of eternity, aren't you?
So you know, I don't want to set it to a green background because I got some green leaves in here. So I'll go for something like blue instead. Okay, because I don't think you wouldn't want anything blue in your pita bread, would you? So I've got that there. Now I'm going to remove the background. Remove background with friendly dog here. There we go. Nibbling away at it. Done. And I'm going to spin it around. There we go. So now those leaves look like a kind of, a shocking hairstyle, gelled up hair. And should I pass over to you? Are you going to do the same, or should I go straight onto the eyes?
Yeah, you go on, pass over. Yeah, why not?
Okay, there you are. We're on you.
Right. Okay. Well,
hello.
So this is my banana recipe, of course, and then in order to add another page, let me edit it. Press the add, duplicate. But actually, I duplicated it so I get the same size. I don't know why I did that. I don't really need to do that. I'm going to delete all of that, and so I've got a blank page. Fine. Now, I'm thinking about my banana pancake recipe, and I was going to do a banana and animate the banana. But then I thought, well, why don't I try something else? So, what are you going to put in your banana pancakes? Obviously, you're going to drizzle it with honey. So, find yourself a bee. I want to design assets. And there's all sorts of bees here. I mean, you can, that one's looks like it's a dead bee. That's not so good. You can make this as easy or as difficult as you like, I suppose. Why is there a banana in there? I don't know. What is the world coming to?
It's a bee-nana, I think.
A bee-nana, there you go. But I mean, I suppose you could also go to media and search photos and go to bee. And then, these are all... that one's quite cool, actually. I like that one. That
looks good. Looks curious.
Yeah, it looks curious, and I can have him sort of... hanging onto the side. Hanging onto the side of my graphic, I think. So I'm going to use crop here. I'm going to bring this one in.
On your rectangle. Yeah, on the edge of your rectangle. That'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm liking that. Might as well crop it in there because we don't need all of that either. And then that'll do. And then I can remove the background. So this should be pretty good because it's on a green background. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, nice job.
There we go. So the only other thing that I was going to do here, well, actually, no, I've got my base. I've got my baseline here. Let's go over to Mr. Jones to see what he's doing.
All right, okay. So I'm looking for some eyes. I really want some eyes. So you could go to elements. You could go into icons and just look for eye there. Aye. There we go. Or you could look for shades in there. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we want.
Right. Okay. So you got some options there. I'm gonna bring these shades in for later because they look mean. I like those. Right.
Mega.
But if you want, you could also just make some eyes. Okay. You could go to elements, shapes, and grab an oval. Okay, from the circle menu there. You see the third one over. This is an oval. So let's just stretch that out like this. Okay, cool. Change that to be white, like this. And then I'm just going to duplicate it. Okay, we all know all about duplicate. And I'm just gonna overlap them a bit like that. There we go. And then I'm just going to duplicate it again. There it is. Change that color to black. Bring that down. Pop that in there. Duplicate.
Oh yeah, I like this. I like what you're doing here.
Oh, need to bring that white one to the back. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Get them lined up. So I've got some eyes there now. So I could then drag a box over them all and group. Okay, you've got the group and ungroup buttons up here. So that just keeps them together. So now I can resize them together and I can move them together. Okay, so I'll pop that on there. There are my eyes. And then let's just bring the shades to the front. And yes, like that. Now, I'm going to avoid this blue color because I got a blue background. That could cause me some trouble later on. So we'll go for a nice maroon pair of spectacles, I think. Okay, cool. All right, I'm ready to move ahead. So I could do with filling this page, really. There's no point for it to be that small. So I'll just grab everything and then just resize them. You don't need to group them at this point. You could if you want.
That's looking good.
Fill my page like that. Right. So now to animate this, I need to download it. So I'll just download it and then I'll pass over to Dom to to get to the same point. So to download just this image, you're going to come to download in the top right-hand corner. And you need to make sure that it's got selected page ticked, not all pages. Otherwise, you're going to download this and your recipe into a kind of folder, which we don't need. We just need this page as a PNG and download. Okay, so that's downloaded. So I'm ready to go on to the next step. So let's just pass over to Dom. There you go. Take it away.
So I changed the background color, put it on green, so that because we're going to need to remove background later on. So do have a background color that you can get rid of. And I also thought, well, actually, I don't think I really need to, but let's make it as big as possible.
Yeah,
better resolution. Now, decided to put a hat. Why not?
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course. Why not? Pop it in there. And then I decided to also...
Oh, it's a birthday.
Yeah, sunglasses. And then, you know, again, there were some funky ones, but these ones here are green. So I was like, oh, I don't know whether that's going to work. And I just will scroll down, and these are cool because they also don't have arms on them, which is quite useful as well. So they need to be big enough to go on these, on this bee's eyes. There we go. Now, if you need to change, if you need to work on things like the order, don't forget that you've got your layer stack over here. So if you need to put your hat behind your sunglasses, for example, but that is good. So I'm going to download selected page. Yes, that's good. PNG, that's okay. Download it. Right, we've got it there. Right, time to animate, isn't it? Let's go.
So my character is safely down there in my downloads folder. That's fine. So now I'm going to go back to the Express homepage by clicking on the Express icon in the top left-hand corner. Right, now you can see this massive teal-colored rectangle here. That is actually a button for Animate from Audio. So click anywhere here on this big rectangle, and it takes you, pops up the Animate from Audio mini app. Okay, I don't know what it's called. Is it called a module or a mini app? I don't know. I call it a mini app.
Not sure.
Yeah. Right, so the character you need is, don't get confused here, okay, because we're not actually going to upload a character. The character we want is a set of lips, these red lips right or red lips left. So the easiest way to find that really is to make sure that the character category is set to all, okay? And then you can see that it's in the first kind of set. So you might be, if you're on a Chromebook, you might be kind of more zoomed in like this.
Scroll down a little bit, yeah.
Just scroll down a little bit and you will find them, okay? So let me just go back to my normal zoom. Right, so I'm going to grab one of those. There it is. So that's all I need for my character is the red lips. Now then, here's the fun bit. I am going to click on background and I'm going to upload my Peter app character, whose name is Peter, of course. I'm going to upload Pete here as a background to the lips. Bam, there it is. Now, it's chopping off Peter's hair and his chin. So what you can do then is just go to size there, okay? And then resize it to, there we go, that matches, okay? So I just went for IGTV, this 9:16, it matches it. Fine. Now then, I need to then reposition the lips so that the lips...
You can also like scale the lips, can't you, if you go to character?
Yeah, scale the lips. And you can crop. Oh no, the crop doesn't crop. There we are. Well, that's fine. It would have been strange if you could anyway, really.
That works really well.
Okay, cool. So I've got my background up. I've got the lips character, and I'm ready to record. Let's pass over to Dom, who's doing the same thing before we start recording then.
Yeah. Okay, so I was in character. Scroll down a little bit. You can see red lips right, red lips left. Doesn't really matter. Background, upload my image. Yeah, there we go. I think it's this one, Banana Bee. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So maybe it would be worth you rotating the bee in the original design.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Red lips, I mean, left. Yeah, that doesn't work. So what I'm going to have to do is come out of here, just in case you're in a similar situation to me, go back into my Banana Bee and actually I'll take everything on this page. So click and drag over all of it, and then I'll rotate it.
Yeah.
There we go. Put it there. Sort of straighten it up a bit. It doesn't need to be totally straight, but because it's already on a bit of an angle. That'll do there.
Because just in case you guys in schools are wondering, you'll be able to rotate it back afterwards. If you want it to be that side on, you'll be able to rotate it back afterwards once we've got the lips included.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to animate from audio, go back to my background, upload image, and it'll be this one. There we go.
All right, now we're talking.
And then I think, what lips have I got? Have I got the, red lips right and red lips left? It's going to have to be the left ones. That's perfect. All right, I'm into that. That'll work. Time to record?
Yeah, do it.
Right, let me just check. I might have to just put my volume on this one. I did turn it off, so there might be some echo.
Whoa. Oh yeah, there is.
Hang on, let me mute this one. So you might hear me. You might hear my voice go away for a second, though. Then I'll be back. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. We got an echo.
Whoa.
That hurts, man.
Right, I'm gonna have to work out what's going on there. You better record. You better do yours.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
What's going on?
All right. Okay, here we go. So if you're in a noisy room, then tick the enhanced speech toggle, because that they tell us it's powered by AI, but I think it's witchcraft, to be honest, because I can't believe how they managed to do that. Basically, it doesn't matter how noisy the room is. If your face is closest to the device you're recording into, it'll get rid of everyone else, or really tone it down at the very least. Okay, so just tick that if you're in a noisy environment before you record. Now, I'm not, so I don't need to, because it will take a little bit longer to process if you have got that ticked, because it needs to do an extra job. Right, once you're ready to record, you can click on the big record button. It's going to count you down from 3, and then you can record your message. Okay, so here we go.
Hi guys. How about you give this healthy toaster pita pockets recipe a try? See ya.
And then click stop when you're done. Okay. So what it's doing now is it's listening to my ridiculous recorded voiceover.
That was amazing.
Oh, thank you, Dom.
Totally amazing.
And it's matching up the noises that I made, the sounds that I made, to those lips. So if I make an ooh sound, then those lips are going to make an ooh shape, and etc.
Let me try and get this boxed off while we're waiting for that to go. You ready?
Yeah.
I might go quiet, but just try it out.
Yeah. You done? We didn't hear anything there, but we stayed quiet for you.
Yeah, I think that worked.
Cool.
I think that worked. We will see.
Okay, so mine's processed. Mine's ready. So you can actually then click play and hear it back. So let me just switch my sound on. So no, I'm going to cause an echo. Here we go. So I'm going to click play. All right. Could you hear that all right, Dom?
We heard at the start and then it stopped again. It did that same thing yesterday, I think.
Oh, it did, yeah. I'll when I pass over to you, I need to switch something off in StreamYard, I think. Right. So now I'm just going to download that. Okay, you'll hear it later on, guys, if you do want to hear it. I'm going to click on download, and that's going to download that to my download folder. And what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to close this this kind of pop-up mini app. Close it down. And I'm going to go back into my recipe page. Okay, so I'm going to click on there and go back into my recipe page. And I'm just going to pause there for a bit. I'm going to pass back over to the Dom to the Dom. And whilst we're on his screen, I'll change some of my sound settings so that we can hear my video better. Right, there you go, Dom.
Cool. Right, mine is syncing away. I think it's working. I think it worked. It's a bit of a guessing game. We're trying to get the computers to do their thing, but we shall see. It looks like it's worked quite well here. So what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to download this, upload it to my project, remove the green background, and then put it into my graphic in the right place.
Cool.
Right. There we go. We're going to download it right now, in fact. There it is. Red lips left. Done. And then I can go back into my project. If I go into here. There we go. So here, what I might want to do here is I'll duplicate this one because I want to have a graphic, but then I also want to do like one with a video bit on it. And this is where I need to upload this one here. Okay, this is the one that I did. Actually, I'm going to flip it. Yeah. Right, it is working, but it won't share the sound right now. Yeah, where are you at?
Yeah, I'm okay, I think. Yeah, do you want me to do me?
Yeah, you go you.
Okay, right, here we go. So I'm back in my project. So let's just jump back to our first page. So as Dom did there, we want to duplicate this page because we don't want to ruin this because that's nice and printable as it is. So let's keep that and then let's put our video on another version. So I'm going to click on the add button again, as you saw us do earlier. Okay, and this time, instead of just an empty same size page, I'm going to duplicate this page 1. There we go. So now I've got page 1 is the recipe, page 2 is the recipe, and page 3 is my character design. Okay, so on page 2, I'm going to drag my downloaded video clip up onto that canvas. Okay, there it is. It's done. So let's just resize it. There we go. And you can see the remove background is grayed out at the moment. That's because it's uploading my video file. Okay, you can see use this feature once it's processed. There we are, it's ready to go. Okay, so if it's grayed out, just wait a bit and then that button will kind of color up and then you can click on it. So I'm going to click on that, and what I want it to do, hopefully, is it's going to take away all this blue. So that's why I chose that blue color, so that it gets rid of that nice and cleanly and leaves my character behind. Okay. So you can see there, this spinning wheel shows me that it's working on removing the background. So that's good. And I'm going to wait and see what it's going to do. Now you can, if yours is taking a while, you can actually do other stuff whilst it's doing that. You could be tweaking your text. You could be tidying some stuff up. You could be, oh, there we go, it's done. Okay, cool. Right, so I can pop my, I can pop Pete down there in the bottom right-hand corner there. And let's just click play and see if we can hear him. So I'll turn my sound on, and hopefully you'll hear this now.
Hi guys. How about you give this healthy toaster pita pockets recipe a try? See ya.
All right, cool.
Nice work.
So that's in. Let's switch that off so Dom doesn't echo. Okay, so now we can take it a step further and we can animate Pete a bit. Okay, so with this video clip selected, you can still use things like effects, adjustments, and animation and flips and all of that. Okay, so let's add an animation effect to my video clip. So how do I want Pete to arrive? Well, maybe I want him to tumble in like that. Cool. And then Pete sounds like he drinks a lot of coffee. So I'm going to have Pete jitter whilst this scene is going on. Oh, there he is. And I want him to jitter even more. So I'm going to turn the intensity up. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Wired. And then how is Pete? So he says, see ya. So how is he going to leave? Well, he tumbled in. So maybe he should tumble out as well. Okay. And again, you can click there and you can have a longer tumble out. You can have more of a rotation. It's up to you. Okay. Right. Let's try that now then. Let's have a look. See. Oh, hang on. Let me just turn my sound back on. Sorry, I forgot. Right, here we go.
Hi guys. How about you give this healthy toaster pita pockets recipe a try? See ya.
And off he pops. Right, cool. I'll pass back over to Dom. What I will do in the meantime is, it's a bit tricky to see Pete there, isn't it? You know?
I am.
So
Was it?
I'm gonna just. I think I need
You
to
need
lighten
try,
my
guys.
background.
I'll
So I'm
bring
gonna
me to the
click on
party.
my background there, and I'm just gonna go into effects, and I'm gonna use a I'll go on. I'll darken it. There we go. I'll use a darken effect, just to darken that Pete photo in the back. Yeah, and now I can see Pete way better now.
I am absolutely buzzing about this pancake recipe. Give it a try, guys, and I'll bring honey to the party. Sorry, could you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mute properly. I've got all sorts. I'm trying to mute here, mute there. I don't know whether it keeps on chopping off some of the sound. You see.
Well, if it was an accident, Dom, I'm so glad you made that mistake, because that just cracked me up. That was brilliant.
We will see. We'll see if this works or not.
Should we pass back to you, or what do you want to do? Do you want me to do?
Yeah,
something
let's
else?
give it a try. Yeah, let's
Go
give
on
it a
then.
try. So it's just about to go here. Let's see if it works.
I am absolutely buzzing about this pancake recipe. Give it a try, guys, and I'll bring honey to the party.
There we go.
Do you know
Down
what
there.
his name is? Do you know what his name is?
No, do you know?
Yeah, I do. I know exactly who that is. It's Sean Bean.
Oh no. We've got to, this is new lows. I thought yesterday was low. This is new. Right, here we go. So I put it in once, but because I was messing around with all sorts of sound and stuff, it didn't really work very well. So let's we can just go to upload. It's a quick way to do it here. And then where's it gone? Where's it gone? Let's just check. I did think it had downloaded. This one here, yeah. Where is it? 441. Yeah, it's here somewhere. Right, let's go back and go to media, upload from device. It's not, it doesn't seem to be coming out, is it? That's a bit funny.
Can you just drag it from wherever you saw it?
Yeah, good shout. There we go. All right, so it's gone. Whoa.
Oh, it replaced your image, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, just drag it to the grey, I think, rather than onto the middle of the canvas.
Let's try that. Oh, nice. Yeah, good shout there. Well done.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And then maybe I'll pop it there. I'm just going to have it coming off the side. Maybe make it a bit bigger. There you go. And then I want to remove the background, of course, and let it do its thing. You can also go down and preview the animation stuff. I know we're right at the end now.
You could put some background music in as well, couldn't you, Dom?
Yeah, you could, I suppose. Go to audio. Why not?
Yeah.
But you need to bring the volume right down for that. And now that I've removed the background, let's have a look.
I am absolutely buzzing about this pancake recipe. Give it a try, guys, and I'll bring honey to the party.
There you go. That'll do. Happy days. We got there in the end. That was hard work, actually, trying to do two different things. Right. If you want to share, you can press share and publish it to the web. Why would you not want to publish that to the web?
It's my favorite thing we've done this year.
It's the finest thing we've done, I think, probably in the last decade. And then, publish the link. It'll do its thing. It might take a while there. But also, if you want to download it, you can download it as an MP4. Video resolution 720 is plenty. That's a phrase from a man that I know well. And then you can press download there. Done.
Amazing. I don't think we've had so much fun on a session for a while. That was an absolute scream.
Yeah, there you go. That won't happen again until 2025.
Right, some reminders, guys. Let's get serious. Now then, this is updated, Dom, right?
Yeah, as of this morning.
So there's a bunch of sessions on there now, guys. So if you want to get registered, we've got loads of sessions between now and the end of term. So get on there, see what's available, and get yourself registered. And also, teachers, if you're looking to do some professional development for you or any school staff, then sign up for our ACE training. It's totally free. It's a virtual training.
Me or him. Me or him.
It'll be one of us too. Yeah. There's nobody else. And then if an hour and a quarter live lesson is difficult for you to squeeze in, every week or every day or however often you'd like to use Express, then we do also have kind of off-the-shelf 10-minute lesson packs. Just use bit.ly/express lessons. There's a whole playlist of over 20 different themes there. There's something for everybody. And finally, if you're sharing anything on social media from these wonderful activities you've done today and all this fun you've had, then please, please, please tag us in. We'd love to see, nothing gets us so excited as being tagged in photos and seeing loads of people having fun with Express. So at Adobe for Edu, at Dom Trainer, at Meredith J or Meredith Jones, we'd love to see what you'd be getting up to with Express this week.
Thank you very much, everyone. I've got the finger on the trigger. We will see you in the next one. They're always going on. Go and visit the link and get a new session booked in. Take it easy.